dark in here. Huh.
Use the Force. You're taking your first steps. That was odd. That was a weird Force voice or something. And hey, I must be using the Force too because I'm not moving my lips or my mouth. Cool. I must say, this green lightsaber is pretty awesome too. Well, also, if you haven't noticed, we're doing the Force Unleashed 2 for the Nintendo Wii. The Force Unleashed 2 was released in 2010 for the PS3, Nintendo Wii, and Xbox 360, as well as the DS and iOS.
Follow it.
Anyway, this game continues the story of the Force Unleashed 1. But you're like, hold on a second. Starkiller was killed in Force Unleashed where he sacrificed himself. Yes, that might be a spoiler, but heck, it's been long enough. If you haven't played the game by now, well, now you know. But anyway, Vader apparently clones Starkiller. But after a short training exercise, after Starkiller learns that Vader will kill him, he rebels against Vader and goes out to find his identity and find General Eclipse as well, among other things. Anyway, this game is really cool. I kind of call it like the first Force Unleashed as well. It's kind of like a brawler or like an arcade. I think to me, an arcade beat 'em up, but with lightsabers and Force powers. Anyway, one of the first cool additions or changes in this game is, whereas in the first game you just had one lightsaber to do hack and slashy stuff with, but in this game it gives you double the fun with where you dual wield lightsabers. Yay! I love dual wielding stuff, especially in games. But it makes the combat and actually in this Wii version, it makes the combat really fun. Like, to me, extra fun. And granted, I do have compared to the PS3 version of this game, that was pretty cool too. But I like in this game, it's cool that it's been built up like a combo meter. And as this combo meter, I think it's in the upper right screen, upper right corner of the screen in this review. It goes like from like something like Padawan, like to Jedi, to Master, to like Unleashed. And when you see the Unleashed thing, then at least on the Wii version, you just waggle a bit to do like a really awesome super destroy everything in sight move, which is really cool. I love a lot. And also the Force powers make the return. You know, your Force Lightning and your Force Push, you can like push stuff, and the Force Grip, so you can toss stuff and stuff. And all those make a return as well, and are really fun to use also. And there are new Force powers joining this game too. Most notably, the Mind Trick Force power, which you can trick other enemies into fighting one another. As well, for the Wii version, there's Force Rage, which puts the main character into kind of like a bullet time mode, like a bullet time fight mode. Basically, but thankfully, what's cool about this mode is, well, first of all, to me, I feel this mode almost breaks. It can be a game-breaking like Force power, a little bit, and I say this because and thankfully you don't get it until near the end of the game, which is a good thing, because all you do is like you do your first combos, and when you get the Force Rage, this Force Rage combo meter also builds up very quickly, might I add. And once that's built up all the way, you can then like go into you can go like the aforementioned bullet time mode where you can choose like I think 5 different targets, and the game will then automatically have you defeat them. And it's very easy to build this meter up, and although it's very fun to see happen, but it can make the game pretty much by about the time you get this power, it makes the game a cakewalk, considering it's very easy to build it up, and it pretty much destroys a whole lot of enemies per use, up to 5. And trust me, that's about how much you can see. But even after you beat those 5 enemies and more come, like you can rinse, repeat, and really do it all over again. But still, though, even though with that, I still find it really, really satisfying to do it. Also to note, there is some slight platforming elements, not a whole lot. Although there can be in some levels, there can be quite a lot of jumping to do, like platform jumping. But you can take it or leave it. I thought it was alright. I like the game well enough that I thought, it is what it is. But again, you can play the game for yourself to make that determination. And also if you get the Wii version that I'm reviewing here, I should say there's actually a multiplayer mode, whereas actually other reviewers of the HD versions and the Wii version actually preferred the Wii version. And it was cool because, and actually this Wii version I'm playing through, I think one of the levels you might have seen earlier in this review, whereas the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions, where there's a scene where you go to Dagobah and run into a certain exiled Jedi Master. And in the at least in my, and actually I had the PS3 version of this game as well. And the PS3 version, you just go to that planet and then you leave. You don't actually play through it. Whereas in the Wii version, you actually play through the Dagobah part of the game. So that's cool. So that's kind of cool. And the multiplayer, I haven't played too much of it because I really don't have anybody to play with. But I thought it was. I think I only played like once or twice with a friend of mine. I thought it was alright, but then again, though, his heart wasn't into it, so we didn't really play into it. But although I would love to play it with somebody who actually wants to try it, but I thought it was pretty fun. So that's what's cool about it. It's also what the Wii has over the PS3 and the Xbox 360 versions, so you can consider that as well. Collectible wise, there's Jedi holocrons that'll unlock cheats or concept art or stuff like that, and also there are lightsaber crystals where hidden within certain levels, there are lightsaber color crystals, so you can make it blue or green or purple, stuff like that. Also, speaking of crystals as well, there's also crystals that will make different status buffs to your lightsaber. That will help your skills, such as maybe, I forget exactly, like do more damage, or I'm sorry, I can't think off the top of my head, but they're pretty cool status buffs. So just keep an eye out for them. Wait, I do think that one of them was like build your combo meter better, or stuff like that. And for like light side and dark side allegiances, some Star Wars games have you like pick a side in some way. The only like decision you make in choosing to be a light side or a dark side is basically about the end of the game, and that's when you have to choose: do you want to dispatch a certain person or not dispatch a certain person? And then the story goes from there. For my closing thoughts, I myself, as a fan of lightsaber, of like actiony, like beat 'em ups of sorts, I myself enjoyed the Force Unleashed games. Because I know this game itself got kind of mixed reviews, because the HD versions were too short, the storyline wasn't that great, yada 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 yada. Well, to me, thankfully, I bought both of these. Actually, one of my friends got me the Wii version, and the PS3 version I got was really cheap. I got it used, so it was really dirt cheap. So if you can, so I think, to me, I think you should, if you like brawlers with if you like brawlers with lightsabers and force powers, totally give these games a shot. Like they go for it. I think they're really cheap, and heck, you can even get them really cheap used. And I just loved the Wii version even more. I actually liked the, compared to the PS3 version I have and my Wii version. I think I like them for different reasons. For the PS3 version, you know, I liked it because, the force powers to me were a little bit easier to use. I could just force push enemies off cliffs, and that was cool. But yet, on the Wii version, I really liked it because I think, to me, it emphasized using lightsabers more than force powers. Because I think, to me, because to use like force lightning and some force powers, you have to use the pointer to point it at the screen. And actually, I'm like, ugh. Granted, because nowadays my arm gets kind of tired holding up that pointer to use like force lightning and stuff. But though, lightsaber wise, combat wise, for lightsabers, like it's really satisfying in the Wii version to just hack and slash a whole bunch of enemies. It just feels fun. It just feels right. And so that's what So that's so that's my differences, to me, between the two, and that's and truthfully, and what's cool about it is you're probably also asking, should I get one or the other? Well, to me, truthfully, they're both completely different games. Even though, yes, they have the same name of the game, they had the same name, but thankfully, to me, the story, the actual gameplay, that the levels you go to are completely different. So that's great. I really like that about. I actually like that about, like, between the PS3 versions. I mean, I should say the HD versions and the Wii versions of those same games. They have different experiences, and they can be totally, they're both a completely different way to play the game. So anyway, my recommendation scale is, at least for the Wii version, well, actually the PS3 version, but that might be for another review. But at least for my recommendation scale for the Wii version is highly recommended. And as usual, as I like to say for the umpteenth gazillionth time, if you live in or around South St. Paul, Minnesota, and you know the rest, if you don't know the rest, it's the Twin Cities metro area. But anyway, if you live in Minnesota anyway, at least in Minnesota, please visit my good friends at Level Up Games. Their picture I have is here. The address and the website and stuff is down there. Hello. And anyway, and if you're seeing this on YouTube, awesome. And if you like what you see, please subscribe if you haven't done so already, if you could. And also, I have a Facebook fan and group page, as well as a Instagram account and a Twitter account as well. And that stuff's down below as well. Well, anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of Power Up. I thought you're probably wondering, shouldn't there be another skit or something? Or some humorous skit? Well, anyway, I thought I'd give you another awesome lightsaber shot. And yes, I know I'm not doing any fancy stuff, but because of time constraints, huzzah! But anyway, you try to think, shouldn't there be some funny, witty skit introducing what my next review will be? Well, frankly, at this point, I don't know. But all I wanted to do for this episode is give myself another excuse to do another lightsaber special effect, which you're probably seeing right now. Anyway, thank you. I'll say, anyway. But don't worry, there will be another episode next month. I just again wanted to do another lightsaber shot thingy. Anyway, thank you for watching, as I mentioned, and I'll see you at the next episode. Hold on a second. Shouldn't this be blue? Shouldn't this be green? Could have sworn I had a green one. Oh, this is blue. Hope I don't get my hand cut off by some random Sith warrior. That wouldn't be too good. Anyway, have a good one.